I think that what Zuckerberg is admitting here is actually pretty significant. He's admitting that not only did he do censorship, but the censorship was at the behest of the government. It was censorship aimed at influencing the outcome of an election. So just kind of turn the tables for a moment. Imagine if Zuckerberg came out and said this, except he said that the Trump administration was responsible. They made him do this. They forced him or pressured him to censor the Democrats. Think of the deafening outcry. Think of all the hearings that would be called. Think of the immediate volcano of reaction, not just in the media, but also among Democrats in the House and in the Senate. It's kind of a little bit of a measure of how beaten down our side is, that we don't express this kind of outrage. In fact, we almost give it a sense of a familiar smile of recognition. Well, yes, of course, we know that this is what they're doing. And so we have become almost somewhat habituated to this kind of political one-sidedness, this kind of political abuse. And so what we see from Zuckerberg here, I think, is very damning admissions. Whatever his motive for making them, he's in a sense saying that even if he doesn't want to in the future put his thumb on the scale of an election, he already did. He already did. The 2020 election, the legitimate, quite apart from 2,000 mules, quite apart from machines, and quite apart from all of that, right here is election interference of a most significant sort. I mean, think about the level of communication that is controlled by these digital platforms. Just take, on the one hand, Facebook, and on the other hand, Google. Those two together control probably 30% of all the communications that are happening in the country. And I'm including all the mainstream media. I'm just saying on those platforms alone, when you consider the number of people on these platforms, the reach of these digital platforms is absolutely huge. And one reason I think it's not inappropriate to speak in global terms is these platforms have global reach. Facebook, after all, is not confined to America. You've got, one out of every 3 or 4 people on the planet who are on Facebook. Google is controlling searches of people all over the world. So the tyranny that we're dealing with here is not tyranny confined to America. But of course, we as Americans are perhaps in the best position to stop it. And let's hope that Zuckerberg, for whatever reason, is at least coming back onto the right path.